1 hour and 43, should get there by 8:15 in the morning. We are heading down to Nottingham for a business event today where me and Jake are going to be giving a talk to a room full of over 100 coaches, which is pretty daunting. I've done a couple of things like this before, but certainly not to this size, so yeah, pretty nervous, but I need to actually get there first, and with how icy and cold it is this morning, I'm going to have to take it steady. But I need to set off, just need to get there as quick as I can, so 1 hour 43, 78 miles, and first stop is to get some fuel, because I'm not going to make it more than 20. Let's get going. Hour to go. Arrival time is about 8:22. I think I've got about 42 miles left to go, so I've done about 40-ish, I think, maybe, I can't quite remember. So we're not far off, I'm not gonna lie. I am knackered. I am absolutely shattered. I think I got about 3 hours sleep last night, and here I am driving down to Nottingham to give a talk to over 100 people. I don't know, it might even be closer to 150. I honestly don't know how many people are. And this week has been mental. Like, this week has been so busy with work, which is great, but it's been that busy and I've been that tired with having a 7-week-old and trying to keep all the wheels turning at work that I've not even thought about this. Bar making sure the presentation was ready with Jake, I've literally not even thought about this once. And the other big issue I have is, right now, I'm absolutely dying for a wee, and I've just seen a service sign for about a mile down the road, so I'm going to pull in because I am honestly about to piss myself. Better cut this one short and make sure I find this exit, because otherwise there's going to be a mess in here. I've no idea what just happened there. The services just never appeared. There was a sign for it 1.5 miles away, and now I've just seen a sign for next service is 8 miles. So, Rotherham Services, you have eluded me somehow. There was literally there was one sign 1.5 miles away, and then when it got to the turn off, nothing. No signs for services or anything. Just a lot of writing scribbled off the board. So maybe it's no longer there. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm still bursting for blue, so now I've got to wait another 8 miles. Will I make it? Will I be able to hold it? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Yep. Thank God, half a mile, half a fucking mile. Oh, just having to hold everything together so I can make it half a mile. It better be there. It bloody better be there. Weirdly enough, Woodall is always, this is such a boring conversation, always the one I end up stopping at as well. Really, really strange. I always end up stopping at Woodall. I never plan to stop, but if I do, it always for some reason ends up being this one. I've got 46 minutes left on the drive, so I can quickly run in, run out, get this done, and hopefully be back on the road and get down to the event for 8:30 with an empty bladder. God, wouldn't that be nice? Oh, that feels so much better. That is like a weight lifted. I realise saying that, it sounds like I went for more. Just for a number one, it was absolutely killing my bladder by the time I got there. But back on the road, so we are 40 minutes away now from the event. I should probably talk a little bit about what it is. Business day for coaches, how to improve your coaching business. And myself and Jake have been asked to do a 45-minute talk for some reason. Still not sure why. Essentially on how we got to where we are right now, how we got to the point in our careers where, you know, we're in a good place with clients. We're looking to be very, very busy and very grateful for that. Essentially how we get the results that we do with those clients as well, right? Because I think that's the main thing that we get pointed out for a lot, is not just the level of results that we put out. And I don't like saying it like this because it sounds like I'm sort of tooting my own horn a bit, which I guess I am a little bit, but it doesn't come natural and I feel like a bit of a dick. But not just the level of results we put out, but the consistency in which we put them out as well, because we are putting them out all the time. So we're going to talk about that, about how we got to this point over the last 5, 6, 7 years of coaching, and what we've had to do to get here, the reality of that, because it's not all sunshine and pools and Dubai and fucking renting Lambos to look more successful than you are, and all that weird shit that you see in the fitness industry nowadays. Whilst we're on the topic, I get the Instagram lifestyle. Oh, that looks nice. You're living in the sun, you're living by a pool, you've got a nice car. Yeah, cool. But for the majority of people who are looking for help to get in shape, to get a bit stronger, the reason they're not there is not through lack of effort or lack of knowledge, right? It's not as though they're in this picture perfect world and they just can't quite figure out this whole fitness nutrition thing. It's not that. It's more often than not that they know what they need to do. They already eat pretty well, but they just can't quite seem to get it right. And they do go to the gym and they don't mind training. They don't necessarily love it. They certainly don't live for it like some people do and expect the clients to do. But they do train. But they've never quite got the result they wanted, never seen the progress that they wanted. Why is that? It's because of the lifestyle, right? It's because of the parents, it's because they've got busy jobs, it's because they've only got a certain amount of time in the week they can put towards getting to the gym, it's because they don't know what to do when they're eating on the go, it's because they don't really know how to properly track the food, all these little things. And who is going to be better to help that person? Someone who lives on the other side of the world, in the sun, by the pool, no kids, no responsibilities, trains 3 hours a day in the middle of the day whilst getting a haircut to do a couple of hours work in the afternoon? Or is it going to be someone like myself, like Jake, who, myself more recently now, has a kid? Obviously Jake's got Thea, who's 18 months old, I think. I'm up at 5 in the morning to walk the dog. I then get back and then helping look after Lilo and then starting my work at 7 in the spare room, sat at my desk in the dark, in the cold. I'm sat there for about 12 hours a day. I then have to walk the dog again. I have to find time for my own workouts. I have to find time to put my food in between that. And then obviously help with Lilo through the day and then on an evening and I'm up with her through the night. Like, who's going to be more relatable to help that person that's struggling with their own goals? Is it going to be someone like myself who's living that life and understands the difficulties? Or is it going to be someone who's just going to be like, yeah, just track your food, mate. You just need to be more motivated. You just don't want it enough. Like, it's not going to be them, is it? It's really not. Anyway, so that we might have ranted about that today. Who knows? We'll see. We haven't really planned it out thoroughly. We've just got the slides, and we're both pretty confident enough that we can just chat on the day, to be honest. So that's what we're going to talk about. How we got here. Maybe I'll do a full vlog on that at some point. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just release the video that we're going to do because I think it's getting filmed. We'll see. But anyway, I should probably concentrate a little bit more on the driving and get back to listening to this Louis Theroux podcast with Barry Keoghan, who is a fucking brilliant actor, isn't he? He's a weird guy, but he's a brilliant actor. 37 minutes now, there you go. That's your 3 minutes of your life you're never going to get back. Let's get to the event.
Before that, you went through a lot growing up. How would you like to talk about it?
It's been talked about and, you know, publicised and...
This is vlogging, isn't it?
Hello.
Hello everybody. So for those of you who don't know us, which hopefully you do by now, but I'm Jake. He's also Jake, also known as Big Dave, which he'll explain a little bit later, but I think it's something to do with his OnlyFans account or something.
Quick rundown of us before we get started, because probably a lot of you guys maybe haven't been on the coaching clinics or just haven't come across us, which is fine. We don't have a lot of followers, which we'll talk about. First and foremost, we've both had shit mentors.
And still do.
But thank you for putting on a nice day today, guys. Really appreciate it. 10 years coaching between us. I think I'm about 6 this year, maybe a bit more, something like that.
In person, nearly 20, yeah, but online 4 or 5.
Older than I thought.
Yeah.
And yeah, so 170 combined clients between us when we take into account like one-to-one, Blitz, Members Plus, that kind of stuff. Average retention for us is about 10 months, I would say, roughly around that, 10 to 12 months.
10 to 12 months,
which is going to be one of the more important things that we're going to chat a little bit about, and how I feel like we've able to got to the position that we're in. And we only lose about 3 to 4% of clients a month. And I didn't even know that stat until Mike did the call the other week, and then I went back and actually looked into mine, and I was like, fucking hell, it's actually bang on. Like, it's exactly that. Which isn't too bad, I don't think. Hundreds of photo shoot results. I know Dan and Mike mentioned that earlier. That's what we tend to do, the more of anyway. And obviously now we help some of you guys with the more foundation level stuff in terms of business with like niche and content and things like that. Not to the degree, obviously, that Dan and Mike do, but we're pretty much going to be regurgitating a lot of what they say. So you're not really going to hear anything new. We're just going to talk about what we think the main things are that have got us to where we're at right now. It literally took from March 22 to March 23, it took a year of posting twice a day, getting as good a results as I could, like doing emails every day, YouTubing every single week, putting myself through another shoot prep, to get literally just back to where I was. So it took a full year of doing all of that just to get where I'd been like a year and a half before, which was pretty demoralizing, but it is what it is. And then, since March 2023, just by continuing to do these things and getting better at talking about it and the sort of copy and putting a message out, and obviously now with myself and Jake, we can do stuff together. It's over doubled that client number. I've done multiple shoots myself. We've taken hundreds of people through shoots now with Blitz and our own one-to-one guys. And fortunately, it's been a record year every single year.
Right, so number one, guys, I think the main thing is, and this is something that we talk about every single week on these clinics, is literally just being a good fucking coach, okay? That is the absolute foundation of everything you're trying to achieve.
That we are back on the road again, heading home. I'm hoping I managed to get a good few clips from that talk. I haven't seen the footage yet. Hoping we've got a few bits, but that's it, it's done. It went well. Do you know what happened that I wasn't expecting? Was I didn't feel nervous to the degree that I thought I would. When I've done things before, whether it's been like smaller talks, or even when I used to drum and we'd perform gigs, I'd be feeling like sick before it, like butterflies in the pit of my stomach. I'd be feeling like heart racing. I could feel it pounding out my chest, all these kind of things. And I was waiting for that to come on. I really was. I was waiting for it. I thought, once we get there, once we see the stage. There was a stage, by the way. Didn't know there'd be a stage. Didn't know that at all. It was a much grander setup than I was expecting. But I was waiting for those nerves to kick in, and they never actually did, thankfully, which was weird. I don't really know why. And as soon as we got up on the stage and we started talking, it kind of all just fell into place. I'm not saying it was perfect. There was a lot we could probably improve on, but I think for a first talk to a group of what we got told was 150 people, I think we did okay. Still not sure why they asked us to talk, but we'll take it. I think we did okay. We both enjoyed it. I think that's the main thing. I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And I definitely want to do it again. Knowing now how it feels and things like that, I definitely want to go away and try and do it again, but better next time, and sort of work on the presentation a bit more, because I'd been able to pull it together a little bit, not last minute, but we've certainly had extremely busy and stressful weeks and tired weeks, and probably could have put certainly more rehearsal time in. We didn't rehearse it once, but it went well. Really, really happy with how that went. So I'm looking forward to seeing the footage back, because I think all of it got properly filmed. It must have done, because I had a mic on. So yeah, first experience of talking at a big event like that, pretty positive. And we got some nice feedback as well, which is a bonus, obviously. It'd be shit if we didn't. We tried to land a few jokes in there to try and break the ice. I don't think they all landed very well. I think I got one laugh at some point, maybe two, but one was enough. One was enough to allow me to ease in and feel a bit more confident, which was nice, because I'm not naturally, I don't think, a funny guy, certainly not a one-liner, so it was nice to be able to get at least a little chuckle. But yeah, that was it. So we're heading home now, a couple of setups to do when I get back, some new starters, some from the Blitz that we've got going. So in 2 days' time, we've got our Blitz photo shoot, so we've got a group of around sort of 20-ish people doing a photo shoot. Quite a few of those guys are coming on to the one-to-one coaching once it's done, so I've got to get their plans ready to start from Monday, so that once the shoot's done on Sunday, they're not left in the dark. So I need to get back, spend some time with Soph, spend some time with Lilo, have a bit of a catch-up, see how they've been getting on today, and then it'll be time to get some setups done and chill out for the rest of the day. But yeah, pretty happy. A job well done.